Hi, this is Eileen Danneman. I'm the director of the National Coalition of Organized Women and the Men Who Love Us. I am compelled to do another personal video regarding this issue of Trump University and the potential that the judge could possibly be biased because he is of Mexican descent. Now, I am aghast at the response of the media, including Newt Gingrich and Ryan, that oh my God, how could Donald Trump possibly focus on someone in the judicial system like a federal judge and claim that he could be possibly biased. And to mention that he's Mexican when, hey, this is a man who was born in the United States. He was born in Indiana, and he's an American. Well, if he's such an American, why does he identify so much with being a Latino and by being a Mexican that his club that he has joined is a Latino La Raza attorney club? It is because he identifies as a Mexican American. But the media goes, oh my God, how can you mention race? Well, the reality is that Hispanic people, like his parents, they are so warm and so wonderful and such good families, in my experience, that of course the son identifies himself as Latino. I mean, there's a whole culture there that's not exactly American, that's full of love and full of attention. And obviously there were wonderful parents to facilitate his education to a point that he's a judge. So these must be wonderful, wonderful parents. And they're wonderful, wonderful Hispanic people. And he identifies with these wonderful, wonderful Hispanic people. That's why he joined the Latino club and not the American white boy attorney club. Now he may have bias simply because there's a difference between white bread American and warm Latino. And so he's got bias that he's conscious of or unconscious of. Now, as far as the idea that a judge could be biased is one thing, but Donald Trump is bringing out the potential that there's actual corruption in the justice system. Now, what really gets me crazy is the fact that Paul Ryan and Newt Gingrich, who clearly know that, hey, let's choose judges here for the Supreme Court that go along with our agenda to the right, whereas the Democrats say, hey, let's choose judges that have this bias that go along with our ideology. So they do this all the time, and then they say the judges can't have bias, that judges can't have personal bias, that they can't have political bias. That's like insane. Donald Trump is just simply, in his own wonderful way, bringing up another focus, and that is the judicial system. If you want to see corruption, you should watch the film Hot Coffee. That was the film that was about the gal who sued McDonald's because her coffee was too hot. So in this movie, it shows how the judicial people, the lawyers and those in the justice system, used the situation to claim a frivolous lawsuit, which allowed them to start making inroads on capping the amount of money that people could get from a lawsuit. So now, if you're even crippled in an accident or whatever, or a case involving the pharmaceuticals, there are caps. So you could be crippled the rest of your life, but you are not going to get enough money to take care of yourself. So they use this in order to change the perception of justice. And in this film, Hot Coffee, there was a judge, which I don't remember his name right now. This judge would not play the political game. So what happened was, from Washington, D.C., which now allows people, organizations from Washington who've got the national political agenda, in their minds, to actually fund state judicial elections so that they can get the right biased judges, into the different states, which makes manifesting national intention much easier. So this judge in this film, Hot Coffee, stood by his ethics, stood by his morality, refused to play with the network, with the boys. Anyway, they have all the money from Washington and all to go after him, and they even had the IRS look into him, and so much publicity and media attention that the guy was framed as looking like some kind of criminal. Anyway, he lost all credibility because of the money that went into publicity, and eventually, of course, he was exonerated. There was nothing in his IRS that anybody could say anything about. Wonderful, wonderful judge. Anyway, this is how the boys play.